to be recruiting some future bugs and BLMs. We got some ambitious youth.
They just radioed us in, walking this way.
Oh, did they?
We did.
Should we change route?
Yeah.
Are you on the scanner?
Yep.
What they want?
I'm sorry, brother. You all right? Sorry.
We got it. We go, brother.
Oh, yeah, there.
What?
Are we going?
Yeah, good train. Watching the transformer turning into below and see you walking.
We live among these people now, hiding in
Yeah, let's go
plain
across the street.
Bumblebee slowed us down.
This is that bullshit.
Just radioed in, explaining all the that he's pointing a weapon at somebody. What is it? Somebody called in and said weapon.
Oh, God.
We can all say that we're not.
Gaslight.
Been on camera the whole time. We ain't
Yeah,
pointing
we've been on
nobody.
camera.
They're gonna put some gaslight in the mix. We got a gaslight diffuser right here.
Do anything we're not in sight and phone, we just walking. You feel me? So that's what I look at. We're just walking.
Okay.
And like say we cross that street.
I'm not classy. Good kid.
This is the Shayla's Memorial. And bullet came from Halsey over there and struck her right around here. The problem
If it was a crime going down, they would have the video evidence immediately. But because it's their fault, because it might be a wrongdoing, whereas
2 months later.
we were all listening to all the police
This is Donovan Lynch's memorial. But the thing about it is, I don't know, are any of y'all medics?
No, sir.
No?
I was a CNA, that's it.
He was moved twice. He was really shot over there. Moved over here. And they ultimately took him over there to where the Shayla was and left both of them out here all night. Even though both of them were alive when they got shot.
Oh, my God.
They
Nobody
left him
called
out.
the ambulance?
They left him out here till 8 o'clock in the morning. On the ground.
Well, their excuse for shooting him was that he had a weapon, but having a weapon does not equate to committing a crime.
It's ridiculous. They need to come with the body cams. They need to come with any evidence they have that would
Well, they said the body
answer the
cameras weren't
questions.
on. They said that they claimed that the body cameras were not on. Even though all the other quote-unquote shootings were going on that night, they claimed that they didn't have the body cameras.
Yeah, shot. Zoom in down there. Where one's just sitting there.
Oh, the cop? Yeah, he's actually right. There's a cop. So tell me why you are currently serving a 2-year suspended jail sentence. What happened?
We were out here for a peaceful protest on September the 5th, and it was alleged that I was a pedestrian in the roadway, and it was alleged that I resisted arrest, and both of these charges in themselves carried a 1-year sentence, so I was ultimately sentenced to 365 days for both of those charges for a peaceful protest. And this was, like I said, with circumstantial evidence showing that I didn't resist or try to flee. And like I said, the fact that, like I said, even being charged with a peaceful protest in itself is a slap in the face for democracy.
So I mean, literally walk me through it. Like, what went down from your perspective?
So from my perspective, we were out here exercising our First Amendment rights. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of us exercising our First Amendment rights, I was grabbed and pretty much manhandled by 5 Virginia Beach Police Department officers. I was placed in a key lock hold. I was grabbed by my testicles. I had a knee placed in my back to the point where I had to say I couldn't breathe. And this was all for a peaceful demonstration. We were out here with the families of Demario Joyner, who was murdered by Virginia Beach Police. We were out here with the family of India Kager, who was murdered by Virginia Beach Police. We were out here with the family of Matthew Russian, who was over-sentenced by the Virginia Beach judicial system. We were out here with the family of Coleman Sample, who was murdered in the city of Virginia Beach by the Virginia State Police. And like I said, we were out here, like I said, exercising our First Amendment right. And within us being, protesting within 5 minutes, I was grabbed by the arm. Never told I was under arrest or anything.
I followed Jafari's journey as an activist pretty closely. I first met him when we surrounded the Newport News police station armed. Great guy. I know he was wrongfully messed with by BBPD. He now has some time over his head for crimes that are absolutely senseless. And in our experience, armed protesters usually don't get arrested, usually don't get tear gassed, shot at, messed with. So I want to make sure that never happens to my buddy again, and that we always stay armed and well protected, and keep the police in check. And of course, 2A is just our God-given right. None of us are political by any means, but when I see others that are being oppressed for just speaking their mind or being upset about something that they could absolutely be upset for, it pisses me off. So
I've heard people criticize both people who are from the left or the social justice world to ally with Boogaloo. I've heard Boogaloo's criticized as insincere in trying to ally with the left. How do you feel about sort of both directions?
Our motto is "We stand for you, no matter who." I've prevented Black Lives Matter protesters from being arrested. I've protected Antifa from being fucked with by Proud Boys. I've even stood in front of cops to form a quasi-riot line between them and protesters at Lobby Day. So we've pretty much stood for the entire political spectrum. And whenever anyone's First Amendment's rights are being stepped on, we'll use our Second Amendment to make sure they're not.
A lot of our experience with BLM 757 is more so hands-on and in-person experiences. And so when you meet with individuals and you're not just going off of media headlines or tweets or things of that nature, you actually get to talk to your fellow man. It opens up to you can actually see what people are about. So we're fully open to having a conversation. Like I said, they've been stepping with us now. Like I said, it's been 365 days, and so being in this fight as much as we've been in it now, we've been in some life or death situations. We've been in some traumatic situations, and in those moments, you really see who's really there, because these aren't situations that are scripted out in a movie. There's no guarantee that everybody's going home. There's no guarantee that everybody's going to be safe. And when these situations play out, you can really see in those moments, we really would have went to prison together. We really would have died together right there in that moment. So it's like it's that for me. So nobody's going to be able to say anything to me to deter me from the interactions that I've had with individuals. Nobody's going to be able to say anything to me because I go straight for the horse's mouth. We don't speculate, and we're going strictly off
Actions speak louder than words.
Absolutely.
Well.
So like I said, we've been stepping together. Like I said, we didn't know who the Boogaloo Boys were until July 4th of 2020, and people had to pretty much spoon feed tell us what they perceived of them, but our actual interaction with them, it was none the lesser. So we, like I said, we don't like we don't like people speculate about us and spread false rumors. So we try to return that when individuals spread false or may possibly false information about other individuals, do our own research. We know y'all out here enjoying y'all seasonably cold weather.
Fucking right, y'all.
That's right.
You fucking right.
Exercise y'all right. If y'all ain't been to a rally, we've been in the streets for the last 365 days in honor of George Floyd. Last year around this time, hey yo, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine. You live the life, man. You get to go around and capture the most excited shit.
I like to travel.
We're out here for transparency and unity. Knowing, like I said, and welcome anybody who wants to unify, to fight for the greater good all around the United States, and to look deeper into the conversation with BLM and with the books. And like I said, we just want to let them know we are, the comrades. We don't just say that we support them or they support us in hiding. We do say it out in public as well. And like I said, we just want to make sure we're fighting for the different injustices in Virginia, because we do have a slew of those. And in the last 365 days, we've been able to see who's really been there, and we've been able to get laws put into actually made into law, and we've been able to accomplish some really good things. So just letting everybody know we're out here to uplift the community and build up and to have conversations with our fellow brothers and sisters. And like I said, just make America the best part of the world.
Use your Second Amendment. You can have your First Amendment with no problem with the police. Even though somebody called in, I heard it on the scanner that we were pointing our weapons at people when we weren't. But your Second Amendment's for everybody, and that protects you, your First Amendment, to say how you feel.
And what is all of your kind of view of the police in general? Both generally policing, but also how they've kind of treated you at events like this?
And I would like to quote, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. So, like I said, with us, like I said, we feel as right now, there's no good cops in the racist system. We feel like now is the wrong time to join the force until they do a complete overhaul. You can't train people to not be racist. You can't pay and put resources into people just making the wrong decisions. And we feel like giving them more and more money, we haven't seen any results from doing that. So that's why we wanted to defund and reallocate those funds to even individuals like these. So if you gave them the $1 million budget to secure the neighborhood, just like us, or BLM groups, or Panther groups, or whatever, if you give them the same resources that they're giving these officers, but these are actual people who live in these neighborhoods, who know what's going on, they know people are going through certain situations where they won't be as hostile towards them. And every situation shouldn't result in you shooting somebody or tasing somebody or pepper spraying somebody. It's de-escalation. So so we just feel like I said we're on the brink of something beautiful. Like I said, people will see it for what it's not, but it's unity, and there's really no other way to explain it.
You said the phrase "no good cops in a racist system." To the Boogaloos here, do you basically agree with that mindset? Are you on the same page about that?
Yeah, we are. I can't speak for everybody in the group, but I would say so.
All the rights for all the people, all the time.
That's it.
And our minorities are a lot harder to oppress.